I want to show you the ad that seems to have been the undoing of Secretary Noem. This is the ad on which millions of my tax dollars, yours too, was spent to air around the country. This is number 3, please.
Why do I love these wide open spaces? They remind me of why our forefathers came here, not just for its beauty, but for the freedom only America provides. I'm Kristi Noem. From the cowboys who tamed the West, to the titans who built our cities, to the dreamers who chased the impossible, America has always rewarded vision and grit. Our greatness calls people to us for a chance to prosper, to live how they choose, to become part of something special. Anyone who searches for freedom can always find a home here, but that freedom's a precious thing, and we defend it vigorously. You cross the border illegally, we'll find you. Break our laws, we'll punish you. Harm American citizens, there will be consequences. But if you come here the right way, your American dream can be as big as these endless skies. From President Trump and me, welcome home.
Now, I will say it's a great ad. And I will say that she made many great ads when she was governor of her state, some paid for by tax dollars, some paid by others. But I will say, without fear of contradiction, that even though she put her boss in the ad about 5 times, you could see why President Trump would be upset of her claiming that the tax dollars, and not $1 of my tax money should have gone for airing that thing, not $1. John Michael, welcome. Thoughts on why, after Kristi Noem did 40 things as secretary that a normal president would have fired her for, why is this the one, do you think, that was too much for him?
I think this is the straw that broke the camel's back because it obviously, rubbed Trump wrong, or at least that's what some reporting has said. The president is famous for not wanting to, or at least in this administration, not wanting to knife his closest confidants. But in this case, Kristi Noem went up to Capitol Hill earlier this week, said President Trump approved of her $220 million ad project. And the president has since said that's not true. So Kristi was saying something that the president never said, never signed off on, and then said under testimony that that is what he said. So either he's lying or she's lying, and she's got an issue now with potentially lying under oath. So that opens them up to a whole nother issue, not just, all the things that I'm sure you guys have talked about, the alleged affair, the private jet, all these different photo shoots with her and hair and makeup and, being with armed ICE or DHS officers. But when you rub Trump wrong and you say that he did something that he never did, I think he's not somebody that would forgive you for that.
Well said. Here is Senator Kennedy talking about his conversation with the president and how the president felt about his secretary's testimony.
The president, when he called me Tuesday night, the night of the hearing, when he was mad as a murder hornet, he asked me what I thought about Markwayne, and I said, A, I like him. B, he's very smart. C, he's a very good businessman. And D, if I didn't believe the 3 things I just told you, I'd lie to you because Markwayne would whip my ass.
So they're replacing a cabinet secretary, or at least they plan to, with a senator. And if you're trying to get somebody confirmed, we're in the midst of a partial government shutdown affecting her department. We're on the eve of an election where Democrats may try to stall this as much as possible. Senators rarely, not never, but rarely reject other senators. Markwayne Mullin is pretty well liked. Here he is talking about the good thing about being nominated for a confirmable position when you're a senator is you don't have to be quiet. The normal decorum is you're nominated. You can't speak till the hearing. If you're a senator, you can do whatever the heck you want. Here's Markwayne Mullin, number 7, talking about how he sees the job.
I want people to understand, when I go into this position, yes, I'm a Republican, yes, I'm conservative, but Department of Homeland Security is to keep everybody, regardless if you support me, if you don't support me, regardless of what your thoughts are. I'm here to enforce the policies that Congress passed, and right now I'm part of it, but once I make that transition, my focus is to keep the homeland secure. That's going to be my focus, and we're super excited about this opportunity.
Okay, that guy hasn't been a senator for very long. He's an interesting communicator. He's quick to anger. I'll tell you that. We've seen it in hearings. Madeline, what do you? Obviously, Democrats had no use for Kristi Noem. I could show you sound bites up and down from today's Schumer and others responding. But do you think he has a chance, as he suggested there, to win broad support from his colleagues for confirmation and from the country in the job if he is confirmed?
So I'll answer your question first, and then kind of give my general perspective. So I actually do. I actually think that he is a kind of person who can bring people together. However, right, I think that what we're working with here is a couple of figureheads, right? Kristi Noem wears a cowboy hat. Markwayne Mullin wears a cowboy hat. Obviously, President Trump thinks that there's a certain kind of person who should be the Secretary of DHS. Right? Because this is a cast of characters, right? Everyone who's running their departments is a figurehead, just so the public knows that. But I think actually, rather than the commercial being the reason why she was let go or reassigned, I actually think that it was Tom Tillis's, whatever you want to call it, cross-examination of her. I think that was what tanked it. And I specifically think that it was the dog analogy. I think that people were going to walk away with that stuck in their minds. And I think the president is exceptionally good at messaging, and he knows that she just tanked. I think that especially with Pam Bondi the week before or 2 weeks before, when she was sitting there and she was very strong, regardless of how silly I think her answers were. She still came off as very strong. And by contrast, Kristi Noem looked like a little girl, like a little sad little girl sitting there. And so I think Markwayne Mullin does have a better chance, but I would think, my beagle upstairs would have a better chance than Kristi Noem would of doing well in this position. So
Beverly, as I said, Markwayne Mullin at times, and you saw it in the clip there just from today, a conciliatory figure. Here's a moment, I would say, of less conciliation. Play that, please. This is from a hearing.
Behavior, as everybody knows, and it's here. And the last time, him and I kind of had a back and forth. Appreciate your demeanor today. It's quite different. But after you left here, you got pretty excited about the keyboard. In fact, you tweeted at me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And let me read what the last one said. It said, greedy CEO who pretends like he's self-made. Sir, I wish you was in the truck with me when I was building my plumbing company. Myself and my wife was running the office because I sure remember working pretty hard and long hours. Pretends like he's self-made. What a clown. Fraud. Always has been, always will be. Quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy. Sir, this is a time, this is a place. If you want to run your mouth, we can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big guy.
Oh, stop it.
Is that your
All right.
solution every
Hold it. No, sit down.
Sorry, you're a clown.
Sit down.
Look at you.
You're a United States Senator. Sit down.
Active.
Oh, okay.
Sit down, please.
All right.
Can I respond? Mr.
Hold
Chairman?
it. Hold it. If
Hold
we
on.
can,
This
no,
is
I have
what
the
he
mic.
said.
I'm sorry.
This is
Hold
what
it.
he said.
You'll have your time.
Okay.
Can I respond?
Oh, no, you can't. This is a hearing. And God knows the American people have enough contempt for Congress. Let's not
I don't
make
like
it worse.
thugs and bullies.
You have,
And that's
you
what-
have
I don't like you because you
Hold
just
it.
described yourself.
Hold it.
Beverly, what do you make of that as we evaluate whether he will be a conciliatory figure if confirmed?
Well, he's not been through my training, so I can honestly say that's not the result of media training with me. But here's what I say: I think it's a good pick. Obviously, I don't love that clip. I don't like the way he handled himself. But he is a sitting senator. He's done fairly well. Trump does like to pick people who do a lot of media. He does very well in media interviews, and he is somebody who is from the great state of Oklahoma. I know there's questions about losing him, a Republican in the Senate, but you have a Republican governor who's going to appoint somebody, so that should be fine until somebody is elected. But with Kristi Noem, I actually think the fact that people are suggesting that she lied under oath, or at least that the president is disagreeing with her, was a gift to him. I think ever since he put Tom Homan in her spot in Minnesota when things weren't going well, I think he was done with her, and it was just a matter of time. And yes, you add to that the dog named Crickets. You even had Congressman Mouskowitz wearing a Justice for Crickets lapel pin button in the hearing. And then the affair itself, or the alleged affair, I think one of the most damning things as far as what she said, in addition to the potential perjury, is that she was asked about the affair and she wouldn't say that it didn't happen. She just kept coming back to saying that she's not going to respond to tabloid fodder. And I'm paraphrasing that. And I think that was really stunning that she couldn't deny it. And her husband was on camera sitting right behind her. So there's just so many aspects to this. I really would love to hear from the two-way community on this. I don't think even people who are very supportive of Trump, who are Republicans like myself, I don't think there's a whole love lost with her being the first cabinet position that's been eliminated.
Yeah. All right. Couple things. First of all, there is this part two, second beat of his relationship with that union leader was they made up, and we'll show that video to you in just a minute. They did make up. John Michael, the first sin of any reporter is to let you, bad cell phone battery management. But I understand you're down to 10%. So let's get to you before you have to go. Two-part question. Number one, how many Democratic senators will vote for the confirmation of their colleague Markwayne Mullin if he is nominated officially? And number two, could you take him in a fight?
I'll start with the easy question. Of course, I could take him in a fight. That's obvious. I mean, he may weigh 50 more pounds, may have been an MMA champion, all that. But I'm a $180, a little skinny twig. But I've got a lot of confidence.
But also you're lightning quick.
Oh, that's what I think. You know, I've not seen him have to run around, but he does like bounce that little stress ball around. So he seems a little fidgety. He seems a little squirrely. I'm not sure how that would fare for me.
All right. How many Democrats will vote for him?
I got to say at least 8. Like, I think that he's going to get over the threshold. He's going to get 60. He's going to get, at least some bipartisan support. There's, the Senate is a close group of friends. Everyone up there knows each other well. There's only 100 of them, regardless of how much they come out and bash each other on TV. Politics is, theater, if you will. When it comes to the vote, they'll back him up.
Name 2 Democrats will vote for him, not named Fetterman.
I was going to say Fetterman off the boat. I would who's in the Midwest? Probably Slotkin. I feel like Slotkin would probably, because she was in the House. He was in the House for a long time.
How about Mark Kelly?
I mean, Mark Kelly kind of has to do some resistance stuff right now. He's been targeted by Pete Hegseth. He doesn't want to give Trump a win. So I'd say maybe not Kelly, but I think that, his military background and, his kind of tough guy demeanor would maybe ingratiate himself with Mullin. But off the top of my head, I got it.
All right.
Maybe somebody from Minnesota. We'll see.
Stay with us, but we know if you go, it won't be out of peak. It'll be because your battery died. Here's the makeup video, just so you can see that the guy has got a sense of comeback.
Hey guys, we're here with a unique coalition. We got Lori and my friend Sean. Now, the last time we were here, I think Sean and I kind of had our differences, but now we've made up, and actually we got a really good friendship. In fact, you'd almost say relationship. If it was a relationship, I'd be the man of the relationship, though, just to make sure we're clear on this. No, I'm kidding.
Well, that's debatable. I mean, I've never had a man tell me to stand my butt up. You know what I mean? But the reality is this is important, and this is what it's all about, collaborating, forming friendships for the right direction of this country. And we believe that Laurie Chavez DeRima should be confirmed, and let's get it done today.
This is President Trump, though. President Trump reached out to Sean and I and said, hey, we need to talk. You guys got more in common than you have differences, but that's a unique coalition that the president has brought together. We've seen it with Tulsi, we've seen it with Bobby, and now we're...
All right, so that's a little bit better tone, although he couldn't resist I don't know if that was a homoerotic joke, an anti-gay joke, or just a tone-deaf joke, but it wasn't great. Cozy Earth will give all members of the two-way community an astonishing 20% off everything on the site. That's the Cozy Earth pants, which I'm wearing again today. Yes, there's a mustard stain on them, but I'm still wearing them. The bubble cuddle blanket, the sheets, the towels, everything on the site, 20% off with the promo code 2way. Go to cozyearth.com. Change your life, whatever you buy. You can change your life in the bathroom, in the bedroom. Change your life as you move about the cabin with the seatbelt sign off. The Lux bath towels are very good. I got a nice note from someone today who bought the Lux bath towel set. And they criticized me. They said, Mark, you talk so much about the pants and the bubble cuddle blanket. You've undersold the towels. And yes, the towels are extraordinary. And they're all 20% off. Go right now. Start your new year off right. It's March, probably too late to start your new year off right. Start the precipice of spring off right. Go to cozyearth.com. Use the promo code ETHOS. No, the promo code 2way for 20% off.
Hey, want to be part of the two-way community all the time? Hit the subscribe button. Great video clips like this, plus conversations like no other, full episodes, and more, always available on this channel. You got to hit subscribe to never miss a thing. You can now listen to full episodes of The Morning Meeting and Two Way Tonight on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.